All right, welcome back to another speaking practice. So today, a student from class IELTS 43. Yes, I know only one student here, but next time we'll have two. Okay, so Miss Brooke here is from class IELTS 43, and she's going to do her speaking practice for tonight. I mean today, if you want to. Okay, so are you ready for your speaking practice?
Yes.
All right, great. So let me go to a random speaking practice topic here. Let's go to 117. You see it now? Injury. An injury. So, talking about injury, have you ever had a major injury before? Like something that is so serious that you have to go to hospital, something like that, major injury, not a small one. Like when, for
I
example,
had
you fell down and break your leg, for example. For example.
I hadn't any major injury before. I
Hmm.
think that's because I uh, I remember that once when I had an injury
Injury,
by
injury,
inj
injury.
in, injury because I had an traffic accident.
Mhm.
So at the time I had I was had a small injury and I just need go to
I needed to go
m-
to,
I just
oh, I
needed to
needed
go
to go to,
I just needed to go to my school or my school my school phòng y tế
sorry.
my school medical office in
Oh, so
yes
it's not called medical office, it's called infirmary. It's called infirmary. Phòng y tế. Infirmary, phòng y tế.
yes,
Or you could just
infirmary.
say the doctors, go to the doctors, the doctor's office. Or you can just say go to the doctors. Okay, new word now. Okay. Anything else?
Because at that time I had a small injuries,
Mhm.
so I needed to go to the doctor's office in my school. So I remember that I just missed an less subjects
Okay, and what happened next then?
because it's just a small injury. So after uh, after met the doctors
Mhm.
and be strict, be strict. I come back to my class and learns new lessons as usual.
Mhm. I see. So did you have to go to hospital for that? So you did not, huh? Okay, so how do you usually handle minor injuries? Like, how do you do first aid? To do first aid. Sơ cứu như thế nào? How do you do first aid? So you can just apply plasters là gọi là gì ta? Dán băng keo cá nhân là plasters or to use gouge, I think. I don't know. I'm not so sure it's called gouge or something. Cái gạt á.
And then
No. I think it's a
bandage,
word. Bandage. Okay, let's just say bandage.
bandage, bandage.
Bandage. Bong băng. To use bandage and thuốc đỏ là to use bandage and antiseptic. Thuốc đó là gì ta? Antiseptics là chất khử trùng. All right. So what else do you do? Okay, let's come back to that now, shall we? So how do you usually handle minor injuries then?
To when every time when I had minor injuries, I usually manage to make the blood not to not 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 to
Yes, it's not too severe, right? It's not so severe.
not so severe.
Yeah,
Not
you know the word
severe.
severe, right? Severe, nghiêm trọng, it's very serious. If it's not too severe, I can handle it myself, right? Is that what you want to say?
I want to say, I just manage to my insurers, not
Injury,
to be
injury.
in my injuries, not to be bleed continuously.
Mhm.
So I need, so at the time I need bandage
Okay.
and antiseptics to make my my injuries
Okay.
not to be more worse.
Not to get worse, right? Not to get worse.
Not
Right?
to get worse. And besides injuries, I think that being burned, also usually happened, but with
So like burns often happens.
burns
Những vết
often
phỏng
happen.
thường diễn ra. Vết phỏng hay bỏng thường diễn ra. Burns often happen when you
Yes.
are, like, for example, when you're cooking, for example.
Yes, it's often happened every time when you need to cook or do something related to fire.
Mhm.
That
Okay.
that's when you had a burnt injuries.
Mhm.
I think it's a good way to make it better by shocking your burnt
So soaking the
injuries.
burn, like you can
Shocking
soak the burn,
the burn,
soak the burn part of your
the
body
burnt
in,
part
soak the
in
wound.
cool.
Let's just say the wound, okay, vết thương.
The
Let's
wound.
just say you soak the wound in cold running water, okay? Phải là nước lạnh mà nước chảy nha. You should soak the burn in cold running water, okay? That's the right way. Không có dùng kem đánh răng như vậy nha. Do not apply any kind of like toothpaste or anything on it, okay? That's the wrong way. Just soak the wound in cold running water, okay? Just that. If you have ice, it's even better. Có đá thì càng tốt hơn. All right. So, do you think people playing sports can be injured more? More he means like more than the normal people.
I believe that people who play sports can be injured more can be injured more than people who not playing sport.
Mhm.
Because when you do sport such as soccer
Let's use the
or
word football, okay? Don't use the word soccer.
football,
Please use the word football. The British,
such
they don't
as
like it that much, you know?
yes, such as football or basketball,
Mhm.
uh, which uh, which sports that usually mm, needs your strength of muscles and
Muscle, the strengthening of a muscle, right?
the, the strength, the
You
strengthening
mean the
of
strengthening of
muscles.
muscle, làm mạnh lên cơ bắp, right? The strengthening of the muscles, right? But
I
the
mean
question say, do
the
you think they can be
strength.
injured more? Because they are sportsmen, you know? They are more prone to, I think they are more prone to or susceptible to, dễ bị ảnh hưởng bởi gì đó. They are more prone to injury, I think. Họ dễ bị ảnh hưởng bởi những cái chấn thương nha. Do you think sportsmen they are more prone to injuries? You think so?
And because they are more prone to injuries, they many collisions happens on the place yeah.
On the
So
yard, yeah.
so they usually meet accidents and ends up to hospital
Mhm.
to cover their injuries.
Okay.
And in the normal activities,
Okay.
normal life activities, people don't need to do some things uh, to need their strength too much. They don't need to uh, take efforts to compete with others. So I think injuries are usually less than people who play in sport.
Okay. I see. So what safety precautions do you take to avoid injuries? So we have the word safety, precautions. Precautions. Safety precautions means like in case of accident, like what people do. Safety precautions, những cái cảnh báo, những cái mà để phòng ngừa an toàn á. Like safety precautions including like for example, what can they include? Safety precautions, they can have, what's it called? Cái chỗ để cái đồ để mà bảo vệ cái đầu gối á. What's it called? I forgot the one. Something guard. Guard the cái đầu gối thì cũng tức là what's the word in English for that?
Knees.
Knee guard, I think. I'm not so sure it's the right thing. Yeah, I think this is called knee guard or knee ankle guard. You have that as well. Knee or ankle guard. A knee guard or an ankle guard can help you in case you fall down and you won't have any kind of wounds, you know. We also have something called knee support. A knee support will help you in case that you're doing gym, you know, and it will not cause, it will basically redistribute the forces on your knee. So it will not concentrate in one point and cause pain, you know. Nếu mà khi mà mình làm knee support á, khi mình làm thể thao á, thì là nó sẽ làm cho nó tỏa cái lực ra khắp nơi chứ nó không có tập trung là một chỗ để mà nó gây đau. So that basically knee support, I use a lot of them when I go to the gym, you know. And there's also safety precautions when you play sports, helmets, for example. Mũ bảo hộ, yeah, helmets, because some sports are really, really crazy. You know, it can kill you, you know. So in case of rugby, have you ever heard about rugby or American basketball?
Cầu đúng không?
Yeah, that's a British sport. And American, there you go. You see people wearing these things. These are safety precautions, you know. You don't want to get injured, you know. And American football or handball, you can see people wearing helmets, right? These are
Yes.
safety precautions. You don't want to get injured, seriously. So, what safety precautions do you take to avoid injuries, Mr. when you play sports or something? It can also be when you are going out, you know.
Yes. Mm. When you work in live activities, injuries can happen anywhere, anytime. So we need safety precautions. For example, when I go out and take part in some games, such as playing, playing
Playing what?
Just talk about going out and take part in games that need to use protective protective equipment such as helmet and knee guard.
Knee guard, right? Knee guard.
Guard.
Kéo dài á. Knee guard. All right, anything else?
So, when you need to go out, people need to wear helmet when they monitor their vehicles.
The vehicle. When they use their vehicle.
When
Từ đọc sai hoài. Vehicle. When they monitor their vehicle. Vehicle. When they monitor their vehicles. Okay. So have you ever visited anyone in a hospital because they are sick or because they are injured or because they are, you know, having a surgery or something like that, you know?
Yes, I used to visit my uncle who was in the hospital because he's had a traffic accident, and at that time his leg was broken. So
he broke his leg, right?
he broke his leg.
He had a broken leg, or you can say he broke his leg. So at that time, he had a broken leg.
At the time, he had a broken leg, and it was really serious. So he needed to make an operation.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, he also need to be in the hospital for a week. So every day, my mom go
My mother.
when my mother went there to help him with his personal things, just and buy food for him
Mhm.
and take care of his injuries.
Yeah.
So uh, I so I visited him and talk talk with him when he's in his free time. So I think it's very important when you do activities outside because it's easily to take accident.
It's easy to.
It's easy to take accident.
What do you mean take accident?
To have accident.
All right. All right. So how does an injury affect your daily life? What do you think?
Oh, just a small injuries
Hmm.
also affect our daily life, such as once I had an cutted uncutted injuries, as just a
What kind of
small
injury? What kind of injury?
uh, a knife cutted injury,
I don't understand. Can you say that again?
an a knife cutted injury.
You mean an injury by a cut of a knife?
Yes,
So
an
you cut
injuries.
yourself because some once I cut myself when I was using a knife, right? Tôi bị đứt tay khi tôi dùng một cái con dao. So once I cut myself, cut is a cut. So basically, it's irregular verb, Đọc từ bất quy tắc. Cut nha. So once I cut myself when I was using a knife, right?
Yes, I cut myself when I was using a knife. It's just a small injuries on my finger, but at that time I felt very very hurt. I feel very hurt, and I find that it's really hard to do anything with my hand, which uh, had of injuries finger.
Mhm.
It's some and it's also make me feel uncomfortable because it's because I can't I can hold anything without feel being hurt.
Okay. And of course, an injury can prevent you from, playing sports or getting involved in many activities.
So I think that just a small injury also make me feel bad. So
Mhm.
so if it's about in really serious injury that can make people um, become more
Suffer more, you mean? Can make
suffer
people
more.
suffer more, you mean?
Yes, I mean people suffer more because
Mhm.
they're serious injuries, such as my uncle situation.
Mhm.
His was he was he had a broken leg, so
He had a broken leg, so
he
he
had a broken leg, so he couldn't mm, uh, he couldn't move as normal as normal in a long time.
He couldn't
And
normal for a long time. Yes.
yes, and it creates more trouble for him in his personal
In his personal
activities.
activities, I see. Okay, let's go to a part two. We have just enough, barely enough time, I think. All right, so part two and part three now. Okay, let's try 108. Describe a time that you use AI, artificial intelligence, you know? You should say when you use it, what you use it for, how it helped you, and explain. Okay, I think this one we did before. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Let's do 107. 107 then. Describe a person you know who you think is very intelligent. You should say who this person is, how you know this person, and what you okay, how you feel about this person, explain why you think this person is intelligent, and part three. What kinds of games can help children to become more intelligent? You know the answer for this. So do you think that talking to children is the best way to develop their intelligence? What are the kinds of jobs where intelligence is particularly important? Of course, if you are the one who lead, if you are the one or the leader, you have to be very intelligent, you know. Otherwise, people will not listen to you, you know. And also you need to have high EQ too, not just IQ, okay? Phải có trí thông minh cảm xúc nữa nha, chứ không chỉ mỗi mình là thông minh lý tính đâu nha. Because without a good EQ, people will not like you that much, you know. They will be less likely to listen to you, you know. Họ sẽ ít có tiềm năng họ nghe em nếu mà họ không ưa em. Of course. Cho nên là EQ and IQ, I think it's both important. So intelligence here can mean many things, EQ, IQ, and other kind of, you know, intelligence. Nó còn nhiều loại intelligence khác nữa nha. All right, so do you think that being intelligent can sometimes be a disadvantage in a workplace? Bạn có nghĩ rằng quá thông minh đôi khi là một bất lợi nơi làm việc không? Think about the fact that when you're too intelligent, you tend to realize many flaws and imperfection that can lead to depression, you know. Nhiều khi thông minh quá cũng không được nha, nó sẽ dẫn đến trầm cảm, tại vì em nhận ra có quá nhiều cái lỗi sai và những cái điều mà nó không hoàn hảo nơi làm việc. And people will not understand you because you are thinking too fast, you're too intelligent, you know. So it can lead to the fact that less chance of effective or beneficial interactions. Nó sẽ ít có cái cơ hội để có được những cái tương tác có lợi và hiệu quả hơn. Because people will not understand you, you know. Once you're too intelligent, this is a problem with a lot of intelligent people, you know. Vấn đề với rất nhiều những người mà rất thông minh là làm sao nhiều người khác không hiểu nổi họ. You know. So think about that. Based on that, you can build your ideas. Okay, have some time to think. All right, let's do this one now. Please describe a person you know who you think is very intelligent. Let's do this one first.
A person that I want to mention here is a friend of my mother. She's
Friend of my mother. Cẩn thận âm cuối.
A friend
of my mother.
A friend of my mother.
Right.
I think she is really intelligent, both in her work and in her relationship, in her personal life. I know her because she is my close friend of my mother. So she usually go to my home to visit my family. Her job involves in communicating with customer, especially foreign clients.
Foreign
So
clients, foreign clients.
for foreign clients, and because she is influenced in both English and French, so that's why
She's
she is often
fluent in both English and French, right?
she is fluent.
Fluent in both English and French.
She is fluent in both English and French. That's why she's often um assigned to these meetings. Of course, another reason why I think she's intelligent that the way she's communicate with others. I think she's really smart in her communication skills. She can create a good impression on those she interacts with. She is humorous and knows how to create a cheerful atmosphere when talking
Atmosphere.
atmosphere when talking to anyone.
Mhm.
So I really admire her for all these reasons.
Mhm.
The way she's communicate with others and the way she's do her best in her job.
Mhm. All right, very good. Now, let's go to part three now. So, what kinds of games can help children to become more intelligent then?
For children to for children games that can help them to become more intelligent. I think that mm, such as chess, playing chess is a classic way to involve to improve their critical thinking, logic, and
Logic,
planning skill, logic
and
and
planning.
logic and planning skill. Uh, puzzles. Puzzles is also a game that many parents prefer
Yes.
to give their children as presents
Punzo.
because it's
Is it called punzo, right? Punzo, right?
puzzles. Yes,
I
it's
see.
it's it's right for vocabulary building and knowledge uh, involves various subjects that they they can have people have children uh, broaden their knowledge,
Mhm.
broaden their knowledge. Another game that I think also have children, but sometimes their parents uh, don't like it.
Mm,
Is video games.
I see.
That's that's kinds of games. I think it's really good by the way they are designed to
Design.
stim
Well, the design.
designed
Yes.
they are designed to stimulate the brain with various mini games focus on math, memories, and logic. But of course, if children are addicted in these games, it's not good at all. And so that's why sometimes the parents don't like this kind of game, though it's also good in some ways.
I see, I see. Do you think that talking to children is the best way to develop their intelligence? Or is there other ways? What do you think?
I think that talking to children is necessary
Necessary,
because
necessary.
it is necessary because in the early age, children need to improve their communicating
You mean communication
skill,
skills?
communication skill. And at that time, their parents need to talk with them often so they can improve their intelligence in communication. They can pronounce properly and know pronounce. They can pronounce properly and improve their vocabulary programs in many ways to become more fluently and naturally. But if think that is the best way to develop their intelligence, I also think that the children can improve their intelligence in many other ways. Just combine these methods, such as playing games, communications, like talking to their friends, their family members, and playing activities outside their home can also help them develop their intelligence.
Develop, can help them develop their intelligence.
Can help them develop their intelligence.
Now, okay, so what are the kinds of jobs where intelligence is particularly important? What do you think? And why you think they are?
In my opinion, I believe that any kinds of job require intelligence because when people are when people become smart, they can do everything probably with
You mean they can do
intelligence.
everything properly or probably? Careful. Hai từ đó khác nhau.
Proper,
Properly mới đúng.
properly,
Là một cách đàng hoàng, là một cách đúng đắn. Properly. Probably nha. Probably là kiểu gì cũng sẽ có khả năng cao xảy ra đó.
Properly. And in the fast in the fastest way. But however, if I had to think about the job that require intelligence as the most important quality, so I think that scientists that need intelligence to do their job the best. The intelligence help them to find new methods for their inventions.
Yes.
And help them
just like finding new ways that their research should go, you know. You need to think quickly. You need to think long term. You need to have vision, you know. But most of the time in science, it's just a lot of confusion, and a lot of hard work. Làm chết một tổ làm thí nghiệm cả ngàn thí nghiệm á. You have to do a lot of like thousands of experiments, and a lot of them just fail, You have to understand that being a scientist, you have to accept failure, a lot of failure. Phải chấp nhận thất bại rất nhiều nếu em muốn làm nhà khoa học nha. And so, of course, intelligence plays a role too. If you're intelligent, you will see where you succeed. You can succeed faster. Có thể thành công một cách nhanh hơn. You can succeed faster. I do believe that intelligence is super important for scientists because you can succeed faster where others, they don't. Now, so what other jobs do you think where intelligence particularly important?
Another job that I think they need to be intelligent that teachers
Of
who
course. If you
who
aren't
teach
intelligent, how could people trust you to teach, People would know that. People understand that. Okay,
yes
please elaborate.
yes teachers who help children uh with their lessons make broaden their knowledge is an important position in every people life. So I think that they need to be intelligence in their work and in their teaching method that they can assess children's in the proper way, help
Yes.
them with their work effectively, because children sometimes love playing more than learning. So if the teachers know how to grasp their attentions, make them feel learning is an interesting activity, and inspire them in their work, in their study. That can minimize many mistakes when the children learn, and help them achieve many accomplishments in their careers in the future.
In their what?
In their career.
Career, in a career.
In their career in the future.
So do you think that being intelligent can sometimes be a disadvantage in the workplace?
You can be very intelligent, but you should not to show people that you're very
You should
intelligent.
not to show là sao em? You should not show
you should not
people.
show people you are very intelligent, because that can make them
hate you.
envy
you. Yeah.
Envy you, and that's be a disadvantage, because when they feel uncomfortable with you, they can harm you in any way.
In many ways, right?
In many ways, to make you
suffer.
To make this.
Well, actually, it happened. They can make you suffer. For example, if they hate you, right? So, and also there's a research. They say that If you're too intelligent, you tend to criticize the leaders of the workplace. You tend to criticize your bosses a lot. And because of that, many places they want to hire people who are less intelligent, so they can control them easier. Thật sự ở Việt Nam luôn á, họ hay thuê những người nào mà ít thông minh vừa vừa thôi, thông minh vừa vừa thôi, để mà dễ kiểm soát ấy. Với lại những cái người đó họ ít có cơ hội, ít có tiềm năng là họ sẽ bỏ việc hơn. you know those things happen a lot. Okay, I think
Yes.
that's it to today. We should stop here.